the main, a man after my own heart. Some pro players will scout the hatch, be like, I know exactly the timing of everything, and I'm gonna go home. Like, see if he's mining gas. Come on, like, see exactly the pool timing. I feel like especially Terran players try to cut corners a little too hard. A couple seconds on the SCV is worth getting the information of confirming. Now, 90% of the time, they're going to go for gas, but sometimes they go for it a little later in order to get a quick third. Every once in a while, they immediately make the pool after the hatchery without adding on any drones in order to still maybe have an option there. Finally, we get the production tab, so I don't have to cast anymore. I can just read that. It took this long. Jimmy! You're on your last leg. Last leg. I know it's the holidays. I don't care. We don't recognize Christmas in the Caprulu sector, okay? There's not even years. Everybody's on a different year. It's... Anyways. Reaper going to work. Poking back and forth. Hellions are the choice. 1-1-1 is the common option. I mean, nobody's surprised to see this. The Destiny Cloudfist build, a staple of Starcraft 2. Honestly, well, not just Starcraft 2. From the Brood War I've watched, and I'm not an expert, I'm just an aficionado, 1-1-1 builds are still like 80% of Brood War builds as well. So, Terran players have been going back Barracks Factory Starport to open up for 2 decades now. Longer than most pro-Terran players have been able to speak whatever language they choose. Maybe Salt. That's the one. I don't... Sorry, Terrans. Few Zerglings waiting for their opportunity. The Pervert Pillar will show that the Hellions just moved out. The Zerglings move in. A classic tactic. The Hellions on the way back. If you can get a Mule or a couple SCVs, that could be something, but just dragging the Hellions back isn't so bad. A Fusion Core is the choice, as it so often is. We're going Battle Cruiser, but Winter, what about Ranged Liberators? What about them? What about Medevac Speed? I don't think that's the choice. We're going for the happy ships, the flying laser bathtubs. And for Zerg, there's just no offensive response that you can have early on with 3 bases. It's just not there. You're kind of, if you're not going to go for an aggressive counter all-in, like a Roachling or Ravagerling or something like that, you kind of have to sit there and take it while your queens do some target shooting on the battle cruiser. Not killing it. You're never going to kill it. But making it feel very bad about itself and wondering why queens have so much range. In fact, more range than the battle cruiser, which doesn't even make sense. The Zerglings come in, taking down the depot. Only depots as part of the wall. Pretty vulnerable there. No units back at home. The Hellions scrambling back. But they are pretty late on the draw, which means all the SCVs are going to run away. I'd say this was worth it for the Zerglings, as Beasty forces a whole lot of lost mining time and interrupts almost everything else. Lair is begun. Battle cruiser. How much does Beasty know? He doesn't know about the cruiser, but if you don't see any starport units by this point in the game, it's gonna be a battle cruiser. Like, you can, by the lack of information, that becomes information in and of itself. So, Queens continually in production, 6, 7, going up to 8. Battlecruiser is complete, and now the Battlecruiser is no longer... Oh, but Beasty, he didn't put creep from his main to his net. The drones are being slaughtered. The Queens have to scramble back, but look at the worker count. Already 7 workers killed, and it's barely done anything. And that's a lot of Hellions. There are 14 Hellions and only 21 Zerglings. Armory not done, but not needed. That's enough Hellions to start killing Queens. Baneling Nest a little on the late side. Beasty kind of skipped the Baneling Nest in order to get a lair quicker, and now he's going to be feeling the effects of that. The Zerglings try to get close. They regret that decision as well. Oh, the drones are lining up. So many kills, 23. He's down to 25 workers. It's a disaster, and it's a win for Aqueron. Aqueron? Aqueron? I still haven't figured out how to pronounce it, but that was kind of a classic mistake. Beasty knows better. But sometimes it just goes poorly. I'm sorry, I was previewing the upcoming group. But this was put on by Dricket, of course, the connoisseur of StarCraft. He's put on more show matches than I think anyone else in the history of StarCraft. That's a little strong. But in the amount of time, like his show matches per month, just in the amount he sponsors and administrates, it's in double digits. Like, it's over. There's I'll try to remember to link the Wikipedia page. I'll definitely forget. Not only the Patreon, but Dricket is at, you know what? Why don't you just bring it? Winter. Jimmy! Give me the page! Come on! You've been on the internet before. Also, why is Beasty walling off there? Anyways. Show the people the page. Do it live. It's not that hard. No. Okay. There you go. So these are the matches starting in May of 2019. This includes the Grandmaster Battle Royales as well. Actually, it doesn't include those. This is just from May to December. These are all sponsored by Dricket. So, check that Patreon. Make StarCraft happen. Is that a Mecha Rex? It's a Mecha Rex! A hidden barracks to make his opponent feel... Well, I'm feeling like I haven't gotten confirmation. This is not random versus random, or is it? Dricket has not yet responded to me in real time. But Beasty is now playing Terran, and you guys know Beasty is quite a Terran. Zerg definitely his least experienced race. Aqueron is gonna find all this. He's a little suspicious. Like, you're not really gonna proxy rax me when you get Terran. Dricket, is this random versus random, or is Beasty just switching races? That's all I need to know. Random versus Terran. Oh, so Aqueron is Terran and Beasty is random. The disrespect! Now, as many players do when they play random in show matches, I'm looking at you, Special. After they lose a game or two, decide, you know what? Random isn't the race for me. RNGesus does not favor my main. And they realize random is actually pretty hard. And maybe want to focus on just one thing. It's like, hey, if you're goalkeeper when you're playing football, I was about to say freedom or non-freedom football, but there's no goalkeeper in freedom football. If your kicker or your goalkeeper also wanted to play offense, you'd be like, no, we've got people for that. Like, just worry about your job. So... Ironically, the kicker in Freedom Football is the one that only uses his feet, really. And the goalkeeper is nearly the opposite in non-Freedom Football. So, sports! Can I get a sports in the live chat and in the YouTube comments? Who else loves sports? Have you heard of cricket? I have. I'm cultured. That's it. That's the end of it. We've got a pretty standard TVT shaping up. 1-1-1 on both sides. Beasty leveraged that hidden Rax. Well, he's got the aggression in the early exchange. One Reaper going down for Beasty, but he's already got a Tech Lab starport. Aqueron opting for a Liberator. Where did that Liberator go? Am I blind? It's not done yet. Oh my god. It was still in the production tab the whole time. Third command center for Beasty. Now this is pretty greedy. If this is scouted in a timely manner, there's an opportunity to maybe put together some sort of attack. But Aqueron is, wow, he loves his Hellions. And if there's no siege tank for Beasty or things, oh, the Cyclones chasing the Liberator, but high ground vision. Oh my God. Juke Skywalker over here. And guess what? The Cyclones have now been isolated. Aqueron, a beautiful play, and suddenly locking onto a Hellion. What's that gonna do? Nothing. And now the Liberator can head in towards the main as well. Doesn't need to. He isolates the Cyclones and takes them out because there are just too many Hellions to deal with. Beautiful moves, incredible plays. Big, like, that's not something you're used to seeing in TVT. Nobody makes this many Hellions. What are you doing? That's wrong. That's not how we're supposed to play the matchup. There's a tank on the high ground. Gets one shot off. But the Liberator has something to say about it. Okay, Aqueron, he looked pretty good, but then he ate a lot of tank shots, tried to bring the Liberator in for a flank. He does get it out, but... Okay, so while it looked good to start, he ends up with 4 kills, and most of his units did not make it. That is a story that I am very empathetic to in TVT. You make some big moves, you get in there, you take advantage of his lack of defense, and then suddenly it all falls apart because you have the most fragile units. And Beasty shuts down the Liberator, smashes the Hellions, loses a few SCVs, but overall when it comes to unit composition, Aqueron, he does have a couple Ravens, he does have some Marines and tanks, and he's getting his third. The thing is, Beasty has air control. He's building Vikings. He's got his third base landed. The economic lead from a handful more SCVs does not do much. A scan confirms it's not going to be mech. Whereas Beasty is playing some mech himself. I'm interested to see how this goes. Mech, so he's already kind of covered himself from the big, the first point of weakness. When you're going into mech, getting your production up is your most vulnerable point. When you're kind of stuck on a handful of siege tanks and not very much spot defense, Marines and tanks and medevacs are your enemy. There's a lot of opportunity for a bio player to just break in and find a weak point and really exploit it. The thing is, Aqueron went for a lot of Hellions. He tried to get damage done early. And because Beasty slammed that down, that means Aqueron not only does he not have an opportunity to exploit that weak point, but he has to actually catch up in terms of infrastructure because he spent so much time building other units and then going into bio. The one thing he's going to have is upgrades. But as a bio player, if you're behind on upgrades from mech, you've pretty much already lost the game. So, thankfully, he has that going for him. Couple tanks on the way for Beasty. He's been pretty conservative. He's going to be looking to add on some more production soon. Starts as 1-1, but this is where you really consolidate your position as a mech player. Is he going to attack with 1-1? Is he looking for a timing? I kind of doubt it, but there might be an opportunity. He's really going for the Wings of Liberty Siege Tank Viking, and there's no reason not to, because of TVT is really a Cold War, right up until it gets hot. There are stages where a lot happens, and then there's a whole lot of nothing. Minutes pass in seconds in TVT, as both sides kind of try to get some intelligence on what the other player is doing, whether or not there's going to be some sort of upgrade timing or a vulnerable point, or maybe jump on like a 4th base. And then we have a fight, and whoever has more siege tanks usually comes out on top. It's not until the later, and not the late game, but the later game, where we see those back and forths, when both sides have enough economy and production to actually make things interesting. More factories on the way. 4th command center, 5th command center. combat shield. The armory timing for Aqueron... No, armory's done. Where's his 2-2? Is he going for a hard shift into air control and mech? Because there's no excuse otherwise for not getting his 2-2 upgrades. There's the +2. Yeah, like, that's one of your few advantages is bio. Your upgrades are a little cheaper. Engineering bays don't cost gas, and neither do barracks. So, losing a little bit of the potential upgrade lead as the Cold War continues. A few casualties, but way it goes. Overall, I like BeastyQT's position significantly more. As a mech player, even on supply, even ahead on bases, with solid upgrades. The only thing you have to be careful of losing is air control. Liberators and Vikings, they have the leverage to pry open some opportunities. Oh, I love what Aqueron is doing. He's hiding his Viking count and his Ravens with full energy. Right now, 14 Vikings to 14 Vikings. Beasty is not slacking on that point. But Aqueron is really relying on the air switch. And I agree. Like that is the way to play that maxed out army. That is the correct way to find an advantage. Bio units just pound for pound and Marine for Marauder. Doesn't make sense. Just do not stack up against upgraded siege tanks and air control. At some point, you have to take control of the skies. And both sides right now are in an arms race with limited intelligence. Terran players, right? But not knowing that Aqueron is going for this, well, he has to suspect it. Like BeastyQT, he has to know this is a possibility. Partially the fact that he hasn't gotten attacked yet. Like, Aqueron is maxed out. Like, there should be a bio army coming across. If he's going to go straight bio, he's got to be up in your grill. But, so far, not the case. Yeah, Beasty is not slacking on his upgrades either. 3 more starports, high stack auto tracking, +2, +1 ship weapons. Ship weapon advantage actually. Oh, there's the scan. It is revealed. The scans from both sides. Scan, counter scan. More scans gonna Walmart checkout. But can he get into position? Liberator range is done and is gonna zone out the planetary, but there's only a few seconds of opportunity here before Beasty's able to adapt. He's got plenty of command centers. If this gets broken and Aqueron can really leverage it, the tanks were able to get in range, but guess what? Here come the Dorito dustings, the anti-armor missile from both sides. The Vikings having it out. Some interference matrices. What are the upgrades in the sky? +1 ship weapons against 1-1. What is the Viking count? It's in favor of Beasty. He's winning the war for now, but he's zoning out a lot of these siege tanks with the Liberators. He's going to have to back off. Anti-armor missile about to wear out. Now, this doesn't mean the tanks can just move right back into position. The Liberator's being used for their splash damage and doing a pretty damn good job as well. They also have anti-air when push comes to shove. Some tanks, not tanks, Thors for spot anti-air as well. Oh, a scan. There's only 1 or 2 tanks anywhere close here. Most of them moved into position. 1 tank is shelling, but the base has to be lifted. He can chase it down. There's a planetary at the front. That will be the backstop here. He tries to repair the tank. He's not going to make it any further. Looking for weakness. Beasty wins a fight in the skies. That will keep him going. If you look at the supply, Aqueron still consistently producing, but at the end of the day, Beasty will stop the bleeding. The planetary actually stops Aqueron in his tracks. The bio clears up the base. Beasty down a few workers, but it was a body blow. He's not bleeding out. So far, Aqueron leveraging his bio, and I really like that word, don't I? Leveraging. It's a fun one. Leveraging stop it. His bio and his air control in different parts pretty well. But Beasty not out of it yet. He has the upgrades. He's got +2 weapons on the ground, looking for +2 in the skies, and +2 armors on the way. Aqueron now has Well, both sides are going for Yamato cannon. You can tell what the end goal is. I can't tell who's scanning. Oh, there's a spot over here. That's a lot of bio, but not a single medevac, as that's permanent damage on those Marines and Marauders. I don't know who's scanning who. That's Beasty scanning forward. A couple tanks, turrets, a planetary. You're not breaking that. It has high sec auto tracking as well. A few Widow Mines getting involved. The bio gonna try to split and stim. Kind of freeing up supply here, to be honest. He needs supply for battle cruisers. The Vikings hit the deck. We'll clear up the bio pretty cleanly there. 3-3, not quite finished for Aqueron. Aqueron? I'm never going to pronounce that correctly, or the same, both times. The scans, Venn dia scan, spots the Viking count. We're at 22 Vikings for Aqueron, only 14 for BeastyQT. He's got a few Widow Mines and a Thor to make up the difference. Drilling Claws Mine is going to be incredibly annoying throughout the map as well, because you're usually flying those Vikings all together, sometimes in a clump. I like the split of these bio units. Oh, he spots them. Stim and scan. But we're going to the skies. More battle cruisers being built. None have hit the field yet, but the fleet is in construction. Beasty has stabilized. Aqueron doesn't have much of a bank either. What are the air weapons? +2 ship weapons against 2-1, soon to be 2-2. +3 ship weapons nearly complete for Aqueron. Aqueron? God. AQ, not good. Big A, still bad. But here comes the Terran fleet. Battlecruisers ready for jump. Where are they? No, I don't actually know where the battlecruisers... Yeah, ready for jump. Turrets, an important component of the defense. Scans from both sides, trying to maintain that map hack level intelligence. The battlecruisers sliding in. There's half a dozen turrets ready to greet them. That's not enough to stop these, but it'll slow them down. Oh, the one Thor. It's not in splash damage mode. He's gonna siege up, but the Widow Mines! More than enough to match! Gonna hit the Liberators, and they're eliminated. Meanwhile, the battlecruisers have torn through the turret defense. The Sky Terran looking for an intercept here. Turrets are well, Yamato cannons fired first. He can jump! He can jump before the Yamatos takes out one cruiser! More Viking on Viking action. Aqueron taking the better side of both these battles so far. Beasty still feels a little contained. Aqueron is putting together a bank, and he's got a lot of command centers. We're in double-digit command centers for both sides. So it really does come down to who's continually mining, as the main and naturals. The main pretty much completely mined out for both sides. A couple mineral patches with 80 minerals left. Hellions finding SCVs. That'll probably help him, to be honest. With this many mules, 6 orbitals, going on 7. More battlecruisers on the way. +3 ship weapons, +1 ship armor. Well, just mech armor being upgraded. We're filling in the blanks in the tech tree so far. SCVs. He got used to SCVs dying. Press F to pay respects. At this point, the boys have become essentially obsolete. They will get a Hellion. Not by intent, but by friendly fire. The boys are slaughtered for the greater good. We'll see if Beasty goes down that road soon as well. Vikings. He scans again. The scan noise. Can we just get... Where's my sound effect text, Wizard? What's the battlecruiser count? 8 battlecruisers and 25 Vikings to 18 Vikings and 5 battlecruisers. Aqueron in the lead. every time. Aqueron has he only has 7 Marines left. The problem for Beasty is he has so many tanks that he doesn't have as many air units. There's a single Thor, which I don't know if that will turn the tides. That's a lot of battlecruisers. He just, like, turrets are gonna be brushed off here. Beasty does not have enough cruisers. The Yamato trades need to begin. Beasty gets the Yamatos off. He's got to jump. He's got, oh no, he gets obliterated. Beasty's just wiped off the skies. The Vikings are trying to micro back using their friendly cruisers for cover. Not sure if that's a great long-term option. The Vikings looking for an opportunity, gonna micro back, find a cruiser. This base is absolutely gone. The Vikings will win against the small group of them, but Aqueron has all but wiped the Sky Terran army. Good luck! Another one goes. Neither side has much in the bank. They've got more gas than minerals, which is not a good sign as we start mining out. The turrets trying their absolute best. One Yamato knocks away a battlecruiser. Is it enough? The Vikings microing back. The turrets underneath, desperately trying. He's out of turrets. Beasty dipping in supply. He's making as many Vikings as he can. They technically outrange the cruisers. Down goes the planetary. Targeted down. He's individually jumping away with the battle cruisers. More Yamatos come back online. The cooldown has ended. Thor is here. It's gonna try to help. Beasty beaten back. Finally the Viking count in favor of Beasty, but the Thor trying. There's a lot of damage being dealt. Not incredible jumps here. He jumps behind the Vikings. Not entirely sure what that accomplishes. The turret's gonna get in on the action. Not doing nearly enough. Still some turrets underneath. Here come the flanking ones from Aqueron. There's next to no Vikings. The critical mass is reached. And Aqueron will take game number 2 as well. With the battle cruisers. A clean switch. A clean switch. Next is on Ephemeron. Beasty now getting Protoss in game number 3 of this best of 7. That's a pretty... Whoa, that was a pre-pylon probe. What are you doing? It's a Max Packs! Max Packs alert! Where's my Max Packs?
I got a bad feeling about this.
You're the last one. Complete the mission.
Hello there.
Let's do this.
All right. He's going to be building his first gateway on the other side of the map because what better place is there to put it? He's going to time it out, so he's pretending like he scouted off a gate, and very technically he did scout off of gate. We'll give him that. So the probe comes in, the SUVs get involved, but otherwise not too much going on. Well, he's actually chasing him a surprising distance. Alright, Aqueron. Is he suspicious? Now, Beasty did not tell his race. That's something else to point out. Not that it matters when a probe shows up, but in Terran, not too worried about random players. Oh, are you gonna go Reaper expand? What a crazy build! We've never seen this one before. The SCV, it's gonna get in. Beasty slaps down the Nexus. A little bit of a weird timing. Now let's see, Aqueron.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Uh-oh. Where's the gate? There's no gateway. But wait! There's a zealot! The Reaper should be able to deal with it, but it will delay the command center. Honestly, the zealot might die. It probably will die. Well before a stalker can save it. Zealot trying its best, but without charge. Without the microtransaction that allows it to actually catch units like Reapers. Zealots are pay to win, to be honest. You don't pay that 100-100 for charge after getting a Twilight Council. After you get the Twilight Council Seasonal Pass, you can finally pay extra money for the charge upgrade. They really do charge a lot, to charge a lot. Beasty with that Stalker. Aqueron really trying to hold on to the command center. It's going to be delayed, obviously. And back at home, the thing is there's no counter damage. Beasty is even on workers, so there's now 2 Stalkers, like... Even a gas stolen. Beasty got the probe and it stole the gas. That means he's not going to have a high-tech counter, like, say, Cloak Banshees or something like that. Is he going to give up the command center? It looks like he is. He's just going to rebuild it on the high ground, which really sucks. That's the technical term. That was a near-perfect execution of the max packs. The fact he's at home with more probes and no attempt or no options for counter damage, like, this is beautiful for Beasty. He's gonna... No, not again. Oh, he cancels the reactor again. Is he gonna recall? There is going to be a single Reaper, which might be able to bite back with a handful of kills, but he'll probably recall those Stalkers as soon as the Reaper is spotted. Am I right, or am I right? I'm not right. Does he even have energy for a recall? Technically, yes. But probe micro, baby! So far, a grand total of 0 probes have been lost. And there... Oh, he got a probe! Wait. Wait, what? No, he did not. Wait. He got 3 probes. I can't read this tab. Dricket! Why is this not on WCS Gameheart? Where it brings up the little thingy in the side and we can look professional. I've never seen this game before. Wow. Is that a 3rd command center? Indeed it is. Not a bad choice. Double lock? Double lock. That's a lot of damage, but it's not enough. The Oracle escapes. I'm sorry, the music is catchy. You guys remember the Wrath of the Lich King trailer? Nice. That's all I had. That's it. 6 Stalkers on the way. You might be like, Winter, this isn't Starcraft music. If you haven't noticed after dozens of games, I have a mix of Blizzard music from games I like World of Warcraft and Diablo, which are all copyright free because they're game music. And I play that because the Starcraft music is great, and that's why it's in the mix. But so is a lot of other music, which mixes it up. The oracles are shut down. 3 bases complete for Aqueron. I think that was the right choice. There was no real counter damage option, especially against Stargate. So, we will see. Oh yeah, get those rocks out of here. We're not going to be caught between a rock and a hard place. Oh, 1 knock-on. He gets a revelation. I think that might have been the first time he spotted additional barracks. Might be. But that does confirm bio. I personally, big fan of mech against Protoss. I don't think it's always good, but it's an option. I would love to see some mech, but I don't know if we're going to get an opportunity this series. I'm gonna get some add-on, well, musical add-ons. Who gets the tech lab? Not the barracks. The barracks gets the tech lab, but the starport gets the factory reactor. The factory built the reactor for the first barracks, and the barracks built the starport built the tech lab for the barracks, so that way the starport could get the reactor from the factory, which built the reactor for the barracks. As you know. I mean, that's pretty simple. Ooh, a stasis ward, but he was able to dodge it and not block the base. A Raven done as well. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is Terran is super hard, and only skilled players play Terran. That's the summary. Am I right, Terran players? Am I right, Terran players? Nice. Meanwhile, neither side has felt comfortable actually attacking. The Max Pax gate is still intact. Some tanks holding it down. At this point, we have to figure out what splash damage Beasty wants. It looks to be Colossus and the Templar, the classical choice. And Aqueron is opting. Where's my production? Oh, Jimmy is opting for a more standard. Well, he's getting a second starport. Where's the fusion core, baby? Give me my fusion core. Come on. Why are you getting a second starport and not a fusion core? Why do you hate me? It's not personal. Down go 2 oracles. Double kill. Stasis ward found. That's actually pretty loud. Stop getting distracted, Winter. Come on. I know there's not very much happening, but now there are some charge lots on the way in. They finally paid their dues. And they charge in the mineral lines. Aqueron with a very limited response, if any at all. They're going to get several SCVs, force a lot of lost mining. And now anything that slows, it looked like Aqueron was about to move out. He was ready to move. But this is going to buy time. Extended thermal lance, done. 3 Colossi, completed. Psionic Storm, in the mail, about to be delivered. +2 attack, pretty much complete as well. Beasty just checked all his boxes of things that are going to allow him to keep a 4th base, and 4th base he does have on the way. Now, Aqueron has it nearly complete as well, so he's going to be able to float it over. He'll have comparable upgrades, and he's going for Viking Ghost. Is he going to... I would love to see him do a later game pull the boys timing. Oh, this is ill-fated. Beasty sees every little bit of this. This is a massive risk. Yeah, you got to get those guys out of there. Like 4 medevacs. Beasty's waiting for his opportunity. Oh, no. Get out of there! Run! Fly! Fly, you fools! Okay. If he had gotten to the 4th, maybe. But Beasty's just going to pop right up in here. There's no tanks in position to deal with this. The Ghost just popped out. He pulls back the Templar Storm. Feedback on the Raven. Nothing to counter the Colossi. Storms across the board. The Colossi just burning through. Vikings doing their absolute best. But is their best good enough? Looks like that's a hard maybe. A couple Archons come through from the Templar. He's going to kill a whole bunch of SCVs, but not much more than that. So Beasty may be a little ambitious with that. That Archon killed so many. 20 SCVs going down. So overall, honestly, losing the Colossi and the Templar, he lost all the important bits and pieces of his army. He did. Aqueron lost SCVs, but that's not nearly as important. I'd say at the end of the day, I like Aqueron's trade there. He maintains some important pieces and he can rebuild them easier. Beasty, on the other hand, is already transitioning into Stargate like he just won a fight. He didn't win that fight. Beasty, I don't know if you noticed, but you lost all your units. he may not have noticed. I doubt it, but... And you can't just go, like, triple Stargate with no splash damage after losing all your units. If he gets there. But there's going to be a solid window here where Aqueron, if he keeps this drop alive, by the way, he's going to have the army to come across the map. Does he have a few? He's just now. He forgot the... I told him! He didn't listen. Good. But he forgot the fusion core. So we didn't have the chance for Liberator range in a timely manner. But this Terran army is going to be real scary. And a few good EMPs with enhanced shockwaves are going to make the Protoss... He didn't even remake any Colossi. He's making disruptors now, but he built a few Immortals before that. There's going to be a strong window here where Aqueron can do damage, even though he's not going to have those 3/3 upgrades. The window is closing. He's got to move very soon. He's going for a 5th base, or he's lifting it. No, he's going to... Now is the time to move out. This observer is really clutching it right now for Beasty, to be honest. I think the biggest mistake Aqueron can make is sitting back and saying, well, I got the army, I'm good to go. No. Oh, come on. Way to make it obvious, Beasty. How do you not notice? Anyways. Beasty's army right now is well between... Oh! 1 EMP, but that's only 100 energy. Those storms... Oh, he just drops a couple EMPs that time. Down go the Templar. A little ambitious there after the first one. And there's a single disruptor. 3 Tempests. That's not going to do it. Oh, the shot is fired! Oh my god! That was terrible, terrible damage. A huge chunk taken out of Aqueron's army right off the bat. Storms following up. There's just bio left over, and suddenly Beasty looking to be in a pretty good spot. When you land those types of splash damage like a stealth tsunami, then suddenly it becomes a lot easier. He took a chunk out of the Protoss army. Out of the Terran army, rather. That critical mass of bio evaporated instantaneously. Beasty with the flanking Ruptor. And suddenly Aqueron... I mean, look at the soup. Beasty with 88 workers. His base is intact. Essentially nothing to worry about as I finish my sentence eventually. Besides losing all his units. Beasty, come on. Well, he forgot to bring those units that won him the last fight. So, Aqueron is down to 42 SCVs. And that number has solved a lot of things in the past, and that's a big army supply to make up for it. But he's got to take advantage of it now. A few probes are going to go down, force warpins back at home. How many ghosts are in the mix? 0. That's not very many. He's building 3 now. It looks like he's waiting for them, but once again, this window is even slimmer than the last one. 3/3 is done. But these 3 ghosts have to come through in the clutch like they're driving manual. Because Beasty is consolidating his position. He has the workers, he has the bases. He's botched a couple attacks, but the defense has been on point. Scan at the back, making sure he's not walking into any Templar. Aqueron playing it safe here. Very, very smart move considering what happened in that last attack. Gotta be careful of those flanking Ruptors. Are there any Ruptors? There's 1. But 1 was more than enough last time. Plenty of Tempest, but Tempest not really... Oh, you gotta be careful. Disruptor! Okay, it's gonna be targeted down. Another Are you kidding? What the hell was that, Aqueron? That's not how it works! Another incredible massive shot. Where are the EMPs? Feedbacks across the board. Beasty! There's a few zealots distracted him. Aqueron wiped off the field. Obliterated in every way, shape, and form. It all falls apart. A few zealots in the main. And he had a meltdown in his brain. There's nothing left. That's it. There's no losing from here for Beasty. He's got the units. He's got the economy. Even if Beasty loses all these units, he can build plenty more. Aqueron does not have the army to cut it. The Tempest do enough chip damage. Storms across the board. Beasty shuts him down. Taking Protoss. It's 2-1. A bit negligent, I will say, on dealing with that splash damage. He looked pretty solid the first 2 games, but that last game, it just seems the power of Protoss compels him. Beasty, I have it on good authority from Dricket that from this point, Beasty will be picking the only true race. Terran. Or Protoss. Actually, it's Protoss. He's going to be playing Protoss the rest of the match. I lied. For a second, I thought we'd have to sit through a TVT. Don't worry! It's Protoss. But first, a quick advertisement. We got to support the stream somehow. Thank you for watching. I will be right back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Winter. Have you heard of regular coaching? Have you heard of Starcraft players lending you their hard-earned and valuable time in order to help you get better? Well, that's good for them. Angry Coach minimizes that waste of time in order to maximize the effectiveness and entertainment when helping players get better. Angry Coach. We don't pretend like you're improving when you're not. We don't point out the things you're doing right when you're doing so much wrong. We don't even bother with talking to you in person because, let's be honest here, all those Platinum Zerg players are very special in their own way, but also in incredibly similar ways. Is Angry Coach right for you? Probably not. Do you want your 15 minutes of fame? Well, keep sending me those fucking 28-minute replays expecting it. If the game goes 28 minutes and you're in the Gold League, it's your fault. But for the low, low price of $15 or sometimes more dollars, you can find that out for yourself. Try or watch Angry Coach today. Good luck. Have fun. Thank you guys for sticking around. Now, if you're on YouTube, if you like and subscribe, you unlock the scroll bar, which allows you to skip past this part. But for those of you watching live, it's part of the experience. So, what is Beasty's best race? Just straight up. I know a lot of you watch or have opinions. What do you think? Be right back, one moment. All right, we're jumping into game number 4. Thank you for sticking around. BeastyQT just won. Aqueron. Racking up
Hello,
2.
I'm not good with computer. Press to help.
Please give him an XD in the chat to help. What is this? Walling off the front? Beasty refuses to play Protoss the way, quote-unquote, it's supposed to be played. I guess on this map. Well, a lot of players will wall off against the Reaper. Probe. Gonna go to work. So here's a pro tip. If you hold shift and right click that SCV, it will follow it around in its varied options when it's building that barracks. So that's how the probe always seems to stick to the SCV when you watch Beasty doing it. But when you do it, the probe gets distracted after 3 seconds and decides to die to one other SCV while you're desperately trying not to get supply blocked on your second pylon. Not that that would ever happen to me or you, but hypothetically. Gonna build a cyber core and a zealot. So, like, wait. He built a zealot and then decided again. Oh! Eye for an eye. But the probe.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
He decides to trade his life for an SCV. Will be worth it. Not a huge deal, but, I mean, it's unlikely that probe makes it out alive. Beasty with an adept first, usually used to push across the map, maybe block the Reaper for a moment. It is a better counter to the Reaper than the Stalker, but... What is the second unit? Another adept and no warp gate yet. Is this going to be a Stargate up here? A little bit late on the gas, in my opinion, but this is an interesting usage of the gas from Beasty. Is he going to try to bring? Okay. Stargate is the choice. I'm not into... Okay, so that's how you wall that off. I never know. These new maps have pretty large Reaper cliff locations, so... It's a little confusing. The Adept gonna try to delay the command center. The SCV already wise to the situation. He's microing the build. Oh, the Adept. Wait, where did it go? It canceled at the last second. The Reaper. Ugh. There's a second Adept. Oh, he got it. He's blocking it. He's blocking the reactor. Oh my God. Oh, did he just win the game? Honestly, that's huge. Like, any amount of time, plus pulling the SCVs, he's got to put... Sit down! Sit down, factory! And he gets out. Oh, my God. Any amount of time. Any amount of time blocking that reactor is massive. There's going to be a starport proxied, but Adepts continue to come across the map. Oracle being chrono boosted out. Aqueron is in a tough spot, and we're only a few minutes into this match. Beasty has handled these adepts adeptly. Hellions don't counter oracles. There's not a small chance this is just GG. He's gonna distract with the adepts. The adepts won't win this fight, but the oracle will. Oracle comes in towards the main. There's no Widow Mons. Oracle gonna roast through all these SCVs. Oh my God. It's a disaster. Aqueron hasn't even responded yet, finally. But, like, there's literally no anti-air. He's gonna go across and try to kill the same amount of probes. We're looking at 15, 16. I can count, 17. And he's out of energy. Drink a Red Bull. But Warp Gate is now done. Best case scenario, he kills 10 or 12 probes. Oh, Beasty's supply blocked. I think Aqueron's about to fix that. That supply block actually hurts because he couldn't warp in more than one Stalker. So this is going to do a lot of damage, actually. Second Stalker. On the way, he's going to body block the ramp. But guess what? He takes the medevac elevator. A lot of probes going to die. It's not enough yet, but it's getting close. It's getting real close to enough. 25 probes left. Oh, the last time. I don't know. He gets the medevac as well. So 22 probes killed compared to 20 SCVs, but probes build a little quicker with that chrono boost. Beasty still comes out on top, but that was a lot messier than it needed to be. That supply block cost him a dozen probes at least. We do still have a game because of that. It's very rough for Aqueron. 19 workers, but it's not completely out of, he's not out of options because of that attack. And Stalkers just walk by. It's kind of a dick move. He's going to force the units to pull down as 3 oracles. Not even 4-oracles. Cyclone pulled out of position. Oh no. Mineral line exposed. I don't even know if I can show this on Twitch. We don't mind. Oh, I didn't even see it. But guess what? It also hit the SCVs. So, Oracle's getting distracted a little. You know what? This is, he's gonna lose. Beasty really putting an effort in to make sure this isn't in the bag. I don't know, like, he has killed 29 workers. I don't think there's quite the... He's got to pull the boys. He's going to pull Tacta boys. Yeah, Tacta boys. 4, 5 SC. You guys. All right, you guys go. A Liberator in an awkward position. The army supply is actually in favor of the Terran player, which is the only few seconds this is going to happen. He recalls the Stalkers to the 3rd. The force field could be there. Beautiful force field. He's got to siege up that tank. Actually, he's just going to keep it unsieged. The Liberator looking for an opportunity. The Cyclone will be targeted down. But most of the sentries, he's got one more force field. Uses it. Beautiful force field. But the siege tank able to get some shots in. Aqueron clawing from the only position he could possibly even try. Two bunkers. Time is not on the side of the Terran. It's not going to get any better than this. This is the best attack he could hope for. There's a disruptor on the way. Charge, +1. None of those are going to come to fruition. This game will be decided well before that. The Liberator trying to get closer. Disruptor finds a connection. Not a huge one, but there's only so many Marines here. The bunker about to complete. Is there target fire on the Stalkers? Yes, there is, but down goes the tank. Gets another shot off. The last SCV dies. The bunker not going to happen. More Stalkers warped in. That's about all she wrote. 2 Gs are in order here for Aqueron. And he knows it. It's going to be all tied up 2-2. Beasty finally found his race. And he ain't tossing any more games. We're going to have to wait for these Marines to die, but very dead. The bunker giving some high ground vision. It's over. It's super over. He's super dead. He's super dead! Aqueron! Hey! Just too much damage dealt. A nice 1-2 punch out of Beasty. That makes all the difference. The power of Protoss compels you. Just one thing, Beasty. Just one thing. That's all I have for you. If he had another pylon, while if he wasn't supply blocked, while the first heli... Oh, now we're changing colors. Finally. if he wasn't supply blocked as the first Hellions came in, that game was 3 or 4 minutes shorter. That SCV does not seem to be staying in the main base of Aqueron. Where are you headed? I mean, obviously he's going to build a barracks. It's just one barracks. It's going to be for Reapers. Beasty is once again... Now, this could exploit. Oh, let's put some points on the board, Jimmy. This could exploit. Beasty last game walled off the front first. He did not wall off the main until later on. Oh, God. All right. Away we go. So Beasty is doing like a pseudo max packs. He's doing just a proxy gate to gate. Whereas Aqueron is doing a proxy Rex. So while this is micro dependent, I think this favors Beasty because he has a gateway on both sides of the map. It really does depend on how many kills that first Reaper gets. That is a big factor. He didn't see the SCV. Beasty does not see the SCV coming in from a weird angle. He's going to spot no natural. Going to get up into the main. There's a pylon blocking any potential factory wall. The Reaper. The Reaper could get a lot of kills. He's going to build a bunker. Oh, Beasty just kind of sees it. Yeah. Things are about to get weird, everyone. This Reaper is everything. This Reaper has to get serious kills. Serious. Not casual kills. Very serious, try-hard, sweaty kills. That's 2. Count them up. Oh, where did those probes come from? They got the SCV. Here comes a Zealot. 3 kills. 4 kills. Meanwhile, there are Stalkers building. We're looking at 5 kills so far. Looking for the flag. Citizens are... No. What a juke. Big move so far. Looking at... Oh, he misclicked. But does that matter? Oh, the probes didn't get pulled. Finds a number 6. Come on down. But there's a Stalker. I'd say... Well, the thing is, there's literally nothing to stop this besides workers at home either. So... both sides are going to be bleeding out. It's... Reapers kills slightly quicker. There's going to be a 3rd Reaper. Whatever happened to the factory idea? Oh, there's a factory in the back of the main! The suspense. The SCVs are on the chase. Another Stalker. Oh, yes, another Stalker was built. He gets the probe. Cuts it to pieces. The Reapers are on the way back. Aqueron is going to try to defend. I think he has the ability to do so once he gets that Cyclone out. Especially if he gets Magfield Accelerator with a couple Reapers to mix things up. The SCVs are pulled. He's going to repair the depot. No! Shot down. And the Cyclone is out. The Reapers are going to provide continued vision. Timing is everything. But timing is it good? He saw the Cyclone. He's got the vision from the pylon. Another Stalker comes up. Down goes one Stalker. What a confusing fight. The pylon's still going to provide some vision. The barracks is scouting. The barracks is going to block the expansion. This is a game that's happening. Another depot on the high ground. Beasty supply block very temporarily. He's going to drop down the barracks. No expansion for you. I think as time goes on, it more and more favors Aqueron. There's going to be 4 Stalkers going on 5. Wait, the 5th Stalker is from the main. I don't know. Does he have enough to break this? That's just 1 Cyclone. If the bunker isn't done, the bunker's going to complete. This is getting weird. A Viking is on the way. Viking is not a bad anti-Stalker or anti-probe measure. Because remember, Vikings do extra damage when they hit the deck to mechanical units. Like Probe, like Innovation, like Stalkers, like Immortals, like SCVs. That was a change from about a year ago. Oh my god, a Reaper completed! He might even get some more probe kills, but there is a There is a shield battery, but he bounces the probe out of the way. Beautiful Reaper micro. The Reaper's gonna die horribly, but it gets a good scout as well.
Our base
Aqueron
is under attack.
making the plays so far. The Viking pulling back. Is there a command? Yes. Command center on the way. Replacement barracks. I was about to say second, but there is only one barracks now. So we've kind of played a chess game so far. Right now, Beasty has the units to defend really most attacks. Magfield Accelerator is done. Fun fact: if they have their little lasers on their fancy-ass missile pods there, that's when you know they have the upgrade. And also when your stalkers die before you can look at them, that's also indicative of the upgrade. Stalkers and... Oh, that pylon. Vulnerable. He's going to stay in range. Beasty walled himself off! Oh, the stalkers have to slip through the mineral wall. Oh, no. Wait, was that... Is Warp Gate done? Warp Gate's done. Okay. It's right there. Come on. It's right there. Don't be dumb. The stalker's on the way across. A warp prism coming up. Scan? What? At the natural. Where are the units, Beasty says. Well, process of elimination. The cyber core is being assaulted. Wow. Holy crap. That's a lot of damage. And suddenly the Cyclone's just sauntering in. Dun 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 dun. He's just going for the zealots as well. Nobody can stop him. They got the run of the place. Is there a recall? There's no energy for a recall. A liberator. Oh, surprise. The gang's all here. Oh, another cyber core targeted. It's gonna go down. Will we have a chance to warp in stalkers? Oh, he's running them around. Down goes the cyber core. The Cyclones. I don't know. There's nowhere to run. Force field. 3 force fields used. I feel like that's a little excessive, honestly. He could have just kept them from running, but... Cyclones just doing their drive-by locking. Beasty down to 29 probes. He's got some serious problems. And oh, Aqueron lining up the tanks. Liberator's back, baby. And there's no cyber core. He can't warp in stalkers. He hasn't rebuilt his cyber core. He's building a robo-bay. I mean, the Liberator's going to die now, but it's still pretty good. I lied to the people. I apologize. I would like to formally correct my statement. It did not die. And surprise, where did these Reapers come from? He shoots his own gateway out of anger. Beasty getting beat up on both sides. Our Liberator's still there. Aqueron now has 44 SCVs. He's building up to... This game has taken a while to really mature into this position. But it has. There are 6 tanks. There are only 5 stalkers. A hallucinated oracle. Yeah, that's not going to fool the Raven. Those units are halluc. I'm not lost. The tanks unsieged. More than a match for this army. There is a disruptor. That's the wild card. Fires a shot. He picks it up before it can be interference matrixed. Beasty trying to buy time. That mineral wall is so dangerous. Honestly, kind of surprised. There is no energy for an interference matrix. That's big. Technically, disruptors outrange tanks by a tiny margin. Gets 1 Viking. He's really trying to stop this. More SCVs in production. Disruptors. Oh, he's ready to launch. Purification. He's waiting. He's holding. Fire! Oh! He gets 2 tanks, but he loses both disruptors. This is... Well, this is awkward. Beasty... Does he have charge done? No. He doesn't have a Twilight. Why would he have charge done? He just rebuilt his cyber core. This position is incredibly difficult to dislodge. The Marines just kind of saunter. Why, hello there, my friendly probes. Oh, the Liberator! Remember me? I don't think it's going to live long, but... Oh. That tank positioning is incredibly dirty. I don't even know. How do you dislodge this? He's building some more gates, but it's 3 bases to 2. There is a warp prism trying to do some counter damage, but not nearly enough. Oh, well, that did not go great for the Marines. Did not go great for anything in tank range either, to be honest. Beasty is bleeding. He's bleeding out. I don't see a way to climb out of this. The positioning is too good. The tanks are too strong. There's no upgrades. He's gonna hallucinate some Archons, but guess what? There's a Raven. He's not fooling anybody.
Our probes are under attack.
Okay, wait a second. I'd like to take a second. Like, my eyes didn't register what I was seeing. Yeah, that worked. The thing is, look at the supply. He lost so much. I'm like, oh, he won. He won the fight. Nice. But Aqueron, this is not a risky drop. This is, I can tell if you have an observer, and if you don't see this coming, it's deadly. Oh. Drops into the main. There's nothing in the prism. Anti-armor missile and interference matrix, both major dangers. The anti-disruptor micro has not been there for Aqueron in this series. It really has not. He has kind of maximized the damage of those Ruptors. That is what is keeping Beasty in the game. A Disruptor and a Dream taking after M. Canning, the Duke of Disruptors. The thing is, at some point, if any units are left over, that's too many. The Robobay died, by the way. The Robobay died to siege tanks. That's just super unfortunate. Beasty is crawling. He's on the floor. He's desperately trying to clamber up, find himself an option. He's got a couple disruptors and a warp prism. That's a solid option. He fires a shot. That Marine very, very fast. That's what I meant to say. Very fast Marine. Nicely done. Aqueron now has 100 army supply against 57. +1 against +1 armor, but the Widowmine. Oh, come on. Doing him dirty. Big hit. Oh my god. Don't move the camera, you noob. Oh, he's killed 36 workers. Beasty loses his third while all this is going on. Okay, let's finish him. Aqueron is looking for his options. Oh my god. Finally, a disruptor shot doesn't clutch it. Another one? Killed before it can launch. Aqueron, come on. Come on. F2. I don't think you can fit enough Marauders and Marines in the radius of Beasty's splash damage to actually lose this game. That's the thing. Like, even if he ran directly into multiple storms, the sheer bulk, the thickness, if you would, of his army is enough. Unless he puts it in medevacs and the medevacs die. That's one way to expedite that process. Like, oh, DT is doing pretty well, but the advanced armor upgrades, the +1 armor against not +1 weapons means they don't even one-shot SCVs, which is very sad. DTs that can't even one-shot workers are... Yeah. Desperation Templar on the field. I mean, He's opened up some opportunities, but guess what? The hot drop, the Marines and Marauders, all over the main. There's no options for recall. There's no going home. There will be no home to go back to. But Aqueron is holding the line. DTs are slicing through the main. They're working on the fourth, but the main base is being obliterated. He's tearing through all of it. There's just, like, it's just Templar now. There's a supply depot getting water ballooned, but at some point, Aqueron is going to be working through. DTs, stutter step, targeting the Dark Shrine. He's had enough. He's going to put himself on match point. Oh my god. Oh, a beautiful EMP across the board! And that's all she wrote, assuming she would write it all. GG. Aqueron. With the comfortable victory there after a confusing and action-packed early game. What a match. One big Gabe could be proud of. A bit messy, to say the least. Let's move into game number 6. Beasty up against it, still picking Protoss. Okay, Jimmy. No, no, no. That probe is... Is he gonna max packs for his life? Yes. The answer is yes. Still on the max packs train. That probe looking very suspicious. Every probe is suspicious, though. Probes. Oh, come on! Get him out! Hey, no. One after post max packs GLHF. I think this is like the first GLHF of this series, by the way. Like, nobody's been typing. He builds a proxy gateway and throws down. Get out of here! Oh my god! I said get out. So therefore. Did that actually hit the pause key? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Wow. Get him out! I'm done. It was just natural. What? Is that a wait, how do you get the balloon? Hey! Wait, what? Where do you get the balloon spray from? There's so many questions. This is gonna be a little suspicious. That timing quite late. Cybercore spotted, but where is the other pylon? The Reaper looking. He knows. He knows. Here comes
Surprise, motherfucker.
Here comes the Zealot. He looked upon his field of fucks and found it barren. Oh, he's going for the SCV. Slicing at the Marine. The Reaper. Oh, last hit. No! He saves the SCV. He's going to put a shield battery. Wow, this is an interesting play. Because he didn't build a gated home. Which means he will have nothing to stop the Reaper. There's a single Stalker. It looks like Aqueron is more than ready. He's got a couple SCVs. The boys will body block. A Stargate? Wait, where? Right there. Beasty's being very greedy with this. He's really cutting corners. Nobody's gonna call him a square. He hasn't built anything at home besides that shield battery and Stargate. He's gonna... What?! This is only supposed to work on paper. This is like a Roddy build right here. It's like, what we're gonna do is not build any units, and then we're gonna go Stargate Robo. It's like, Roddy! Stop talking about +1 air weapons for 2 seconds, and think about how you'll die if he has any units! Gah! Nice moves with the shape. Oh, but the Cyclone has something to say. It was interrupted at the last second. No! Watch out! He recalls out. Beasty at 34. Wait, did the... And now we're gonna watch it all again. We're just gonna recap this game thus far. So much exciting action. Yes, you are fired. And no, you don't get benefits. Fucking jerk. I don't know why I'm... Phoenixes are the choice. Spend your Jimmy coins today. They're going to be outdated soon. No, bring me back. Jim, God damn it. Anyways. Oh, the boys! The boys! The Tacti Boys, though. This is a Tacti Boys attack. He's got how many SCVs? Just the 4. Maybe a bunker, a little for repair. He's gonna abuse the position. Warp Gate's only halfway done. 2 Phoenixes. A very technical situation here. There's a shield battery. He goes back into it. Oh, he picks it up! Drop it down! Oh, the Stalker's got it. There's only a single tank. That single tank's super vulnerable. Oh, this is super interesting. Oh, he's gonna get 1 SCV. Don't lose. This is actually super interesting. I'm not... Oh, he gets the tank! He's got the tank! Will the Adept handle the rest? The Adept and the Stalker. He's not going to waste the energy. Meanwhile, Warp Gate has been delayed, but for when you only have 1 gateway, I'm not sure how worried you are about that. BeastyQT with a very Florencio-esque disregard for Warp Gate in this series, so you got to appreciate that. Florencio inspiring Protoss players across the flat globe. Oh, 1 Phoenix. Not even close, baby. 2 HP. Suddenly there are no units at home as Terran cannot recall. SCVs on the Trail of Tears. Meanwhile, the Phoenix is killing more SCVs in the main Aqueron, starting to bleed. Getting picked up and knocked down. They get knocked down, and they don't get up again. Despite all the attempts to bring them down, which are successful. It's very sad. Now, wait, what? Okay, so these are Protoss units. It's kind of confusing because there's like a mini base over here. There are 6 Phoenixes. There's just not enough unit. He's gonna pick up... What? There's a Colossus? What? There's +1 air weapons? Roddy, stop it! You're not allowed to call with the players. This isn't Counter-Strike. You can't have your coach behind you telling you how to play. This isn't fair. +1 air weapons for fucking like 6 Phoenixes. Okay. Wait, what? 3 Stargates? Okay. Meanwhile, the boys! The boys! The boys! Here we go! A Colossus, a Disruptor. Wait, did he see the boys? Oh, a solid chunk of the boys from the natural on the way. There are Phoenixes. Phoenixes, if you can get a tank or something, any amount of splash damage is going to make this super difficult. More cannons. He's just building cannons. Oh, the flank Raptor! Fire! He fires the shot! Airball. But it buys a few seconds of time, and that's all he needs. There's another Raptor. Another. Fire! Fire the shot! Take the shot. Oh. Oh. The boys bear the brunt of it. There's only 2 tanks. There is Stim. Those Marines, super vulnerable. He gets right through the cannon. There's like no other units but Robo units. He's chasing it down. Down goes an Immortal. Tanks are gonna siege. Disruptor shot. Mostly whipped. The Colossus doing so much damage. 3rd tank on the way. Another shot. Oh, little off target. Finds one. Looking for more. Disruptor from the back. Beasty holding on. The Phoenix count is still high enough. The cannons are holding. So much splash damage. But the Marines, the medevacs are all down. The SCVs are gone. Reinforcements working on the Phoenixes. The Disruptors are chunking away. The tanks. A handful of Marines have lived through this experience. Most of them showing up a little bit late to the party and surviving because of it. The cooldowns and energy recharging. Oh, Disruptor. There's not a... You can't even stim again. Oh, Drugs doing more damage than the Marines. Or the Disruptors. He gets another tank. Aqueron is out of options. There's more boys. There's more boys. Aqueron, come on. You know. You know it's the time. Come on! The rest of them! Let's go! Meanwhile, the Phoenix count is ridiculous. Come on. Any moment. I'm waiting for it. The Disruptor count is already too high, but the Phoenix count. He has +1 air, which is actually pretty solid against the medevacs as well. It's not looking great. Come on, baby. He's going Mass Marine against Disruptor Colossus. I'm sorry. I'm addicted to the boys. Don't judge. Stop it! Stop going back! Take someone else's camera. Dricket's camera. We'll take the Dricket camera. Alright? I'll stop. I'm stopping. Dricket doesn't know how to zoom out. Dricket, learn how to zoom out. Control Z. Oh. Ooh. This is surprisingly even on supply. Like, a few Disruptor shots miss, and this is a game. Like, that's a lot of Marines. They don't have +1, but neither does anything else but the Phoenixes. So, like, that Colossus and those Disruptors. Oh, 2 Colossi! Oh, he targets down a Disruptor. Going for the Colossus. Knocks it over. Another shot. Airball. Whipped it. Down go the Phoenixes. Oh, he hit the rocks. Oh, he's stimming. Every single attack hurts the Marines so much, but guess what? Down goes the Colossus! Another Raptor shot. Airballs it again. Shack at the free throw line. More Disruptors going down. A very confusing fight. Marines, drug addicts, but still very effective. The Phoenixes are lifting. There's next to no HP. The probes are a real and present danger. Where are the boys? Where are the boys? The boys would make all the difference here. Why are there 2 fucking carriers on the way? Are you kidding me right now? I don't understand. The Colossus, he picks up the tank, but he's going for the Colossus. Oh, he loses the medevac. Oh, the Marines are splitting. It's not enough. There's nothing left. He's got the units. Beasty halts. He has 4 bases, the greedy bastard. The Marines are going to retreat. Aqueron is going to extend this. Oh, now you pull the boys. Now, oh, to lift to the 3rd. It's too late. The options have been exhausted. There are going to be carriers. A rich man's unit in BeastyQT. in his hubris, thought he could get a fleet beacon during all of this. And he was proven correct, only because the boys' sacrifice was not a part of it. If the boys, I stand by, if the boys had been pulled with that final assault, look at those Brood War-ass carriers. If the boys had been pulled, this game and this series would look different. But it is too late. This army is doomed to fail, and we are blessed with a game number 7. Let's watch a Terran die. Those carriers looked better when my resolution was the size of a phone screen back in 1998. Alright. Those carriers look like if I decided to take a picture on my phone, put it into Paint, download it, and then zoom in on my phone again. Anyways. Beasty. 3-3. Big Gabe is not happy. Just one more. Either way. BeastyQT, Merry Xmas, Mother Trucker. This is a family-friendly stream, as you know. So thank you, Beasty. Obviously enjoying that last win. Aqueron. I'm gonna give him a second yellow. That's technically a red card, but Merry Xmas. Oh, strong words from Aqueron. Well said. Dricket choming in. GLHF. He's sending a probe out. And no proxies. Looks like we're gonna go straight up. World of Sleepers, the last map in the pool. Not surprising. In this map pool, it is a bit of a Game 7 map. Game 7 maps notorious for being the maps everyone vetoes in every other series. Because usually players get 2 to 4 vetoes. Or 2 to 3, rather. So... 2. 2 or 1. Hey, don't make me do math on stream. I went to American public school. Come on. Thank you to Dricket, by the way, for putting these on. As so many matches. We went over it earlier. But I'm sure adding to Patreon, like, I know a lot of people support me on Patreon, which is hilarious. I mean, amazing, thank you, and incredible. But Dricket actually does things with that money. He makes these matches come together. So, help him out with that. Check it out. Description or the community link in Twitch chat. Or the Dricket command. That also works. Twilight Council. Are you really going to go DTs? Blink DTs on World of Sleepers? Never seen it before. This could, like, there's a lot of options here. I think it's DTs. He doesn't have that much gas, though. Oh, he's moving. Wait. Jimmy! Dark Shrine! You dirty boy. What do we have here? A 4 Marine 2 Hellion play. It all comes out like this has been quite the series. Very evenly matched. Beasty starting as random, but figuring out what he really wants in life. Warp gate is not done. 2 adepts are not enough to deal with this. The probes have to be pulled, but you gotta be real careful! Losing a whole lot of probes. You're gonna be kind of suspicious as to why this is all there is. Already 8 probes going down. Oh, they're going up to the main. He doesn't block. That's not an immortal. He's got to save the probes with the prism. This is the world we live in. Oh, save the probes. Save the probes. Oh, he saves one. Wait, no, he saves the... No! Oh, Beasty! He's bleeding. He's bleeding. He has the Dark Shrine. It appears Aqueron doesn't realize what he's committed to. He's not building an engineering bay. He's going Cloak Banshees. We're going Cloak on Cloak. We're bringing it back to Wings of Liberty, where we had arguments about whether or not Banshees should be allowed because they're just flying DTs. The Adept shade past the Widow meme. Wait, oh, Aqueron, not watching, not watching. He does not have an engineering bay. He's not saving scans. There's not going to be energy. We're going to brawl it out one last time in game number 7. Now, the Widowmine just fucking scuttles in. Surprise! And it's gonna get a big hit. 3 kills. Meanwhile, Adepts in the main. Dark Templar in the natural. Aqueron is under the gun. Well, really under the scythe. But a Warp Prism as well. Warping another DT. There's gonna be a scan in a moment. BeastyQT, gotta be careful about it. Oh, he did finish an engineering bay, but more damage is being done. There's the scan. Gonna kill a Dark. Wait! No! Meanwhile, a Banshee. Cloak is done. Will he cloak in time? Yes, but there's an Observer. But he's gonna kill the Stalker. Probes dying horribly. The DT's in the main, but there is a turret. Not all the SCVs are covered by it. There's another scan. He's got to be careful. There's not enough minerals. He just got enough minerals to warp in. Flying and non-flying Dark Templar. 26 to 28 workers. Scans have to be used on the DTs is the issue, which means the mules don't have that compound advantage. Both sides beating the shit out of each other right now. 27 workers for Aqueron between those Hellions, Marines, and Banshee, but at the same time, 11 for BeastyQT. A lot of damage being done. Raven is done for Aqueron. It's looking good for our Terran player here. Oh no, oh no, oh no! Oh, the damage. Somehow, some way, the Warp Prism survives. But Beasty says, well, this isn't going great. What do we do? Blinked ET is in charge. That's the play. He's gonna drop him out. Oh, Beasty is putting all his cards on the table. Blink DTs have a very short shelf life. If they can't get a lot of damage done in that first reveal, if there isn't some sort of dramatic and negative reaction video from Aqueron to those Blink DTs where he freaks out, has a panic attack, and loses a bunch of SCVs, then Beasty is done. These units, they are fragile, both emotionally and physically. So, and they're expensive as well. Not surprising. But the gamble. The Prism trying for the main. Blink Shadow Stride is done. There's a turret on the edge of the main. How hard is he gonna gamble? And how much does Aqueron scout before? Because there's going to be charge done. Does he really reveal? Oh, don't reveal it. There's nothing So many units. Oh, he reveals the blank. The boys, the boys, the boys, the whole team, the whole squad. Blink DTs are good, but the boys are better. He's on the way, all the way across the map. We're down to it. It all comes down to this. Meanwhile, the Blink DTs into the base. It's a base trade. Is there a probe on the map? No, he doesn't have a probe out. That's going to become very relevant, I feel. Wait, he forced the orbitals to lift. If he can kill the Raven. If he can kill the Raven. The probes are trying to escape. Slaughter! Where they stand. I guess hover, but still. Can he get a force field on the ramp? Every second counts. The DT's slaughtering all the SCVs that were left on the home front. Meanwhile, the Terran army. Like, where are you going to go? There's nowhere to run. Is he going to recall? It's such an incredibly, insanely hard call right now. The probes and SCVs slaughtering one another. Another orbital. But the thing is, the Raven still stands. There's no probes out on the map. He's got to get those probes out! He has enough for a Nexus. That is so important. Wait, the orbital's burning on today's episode of Will It Burn? He has enough for a mule, but not enough for another command center. It's burning! It burns! And it's down! There are no more orbitals. Beasty makes a single Nexus. The buildings are flying. Well, there's... How many buildings made it out, like, intact? A couple barracks. Has not rebuilt his base. That Raven just became the most valuable unit in this entire series. Because without it, it's certain that Aqueron loses this game. The barracks aren't actually that far. Like, how many stalkers? There are only 3 stalkers. So, the thing is, Beasty, like, the army. The thing is, that Raven just saves the game, like, straight up. Unless the stalkers are able to kill something. There's no way to kill the Raven. Beasty is in a checkmate situation. He's not going to kill the Raven. That Nexus, he can't even cancel it. It's done. 2 barracks will not burn. 69 supply for Aqueron. Nice. The factory will burn. 2 barracks will survive. And there's still SCVs to build a few more buildings. Soon enough, Beasty, despite his efforts, there's no dream of killing that Raven. Beasty has not rebuilt his base. And he's being revealed. Check. And mate. The Raven right in the midst of everything. 3 stalkers are never going to kill that. He still has money to repair it as well. The 69 supply Terran. If he could kill it, there's a dream, but he's got to fight. He's going to lose. Oh, but the Raven's a little out of position. Not for long, though. He has to go. Like, there's nothing left. He blinks. He's slaughtered! Beasty Gateway! Aqueron takes it all the way home for the Terran army. It got very dramatic very quickly. And then just like that, running out of steam.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
The DTs were not enough. Beasty drops. But a dramatic series. Thank you to Dricket for putting it on. Once again, go check out that description and the Dricket command. Yes, he deserves one. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my breakdown. Like and subscribe and complain about whatever race we're complaining about today in the comments or in the chat. Thank you for watching again. Oh yeah, ring the bell. YouTube Like, they really like that. I put out a video every day, same time every day. But still, you want to get an annoying notification about it? An amazing notification about it? Ring the bell! Good luck. Have fun. Congratulations to Aqueron. Well fought to BeastyQT. And thank you for watching. See you next time.